Hello dear students and welcome to this new lesson in the series of English lessons on the أونروا Satellite TV channel. Welcome back. Dear students, we have many jobs in our life. Some of these jobs are safe and easy to do, while others are difficult and dangerous to go through. Our lesson today is dangerous jobs. Dangerous jobs. Now, dear students, let's look at some photos to start our lesson, which will be about one of these dangerous jobs. Look here, look at the photos. Here we have an oil well. Here we have oil goes out of the oil well, and here we have fires. Look at the fires, dear students. The fires happen in an oil well. Look at those people. Who are those people? Wonderful. Those people are firemen who deal with fires. Those firemen are called oil well firefighters because they fight the fire. So, dear students, our lesson today will be about oil well firefighter. Oil well firefighter. So, the dangerous jobs we are handling today is oil well firefighter job. Let's go ahead to look at some new words in order to start our lesson. Let's look at the first sentence here. People who work as firefighters are always exposed to dangers. Again, people who work as firefighters are always exposed to dangers. The target word, dear students, in this sentence is the word firefighter. Look at this photo. Who is this man? He's a firefighter. What does a firefighter do? He fights fire. So, the word is firefighter. What does firefighters do? They put out fires. Let's look here. Firefighters' work is to put out fires in oil wells. Again, firefighters' work is to put out fires in oil wells. So look here. These firefighters put out fire in oil wells. Let's go ahead. Oil well fires are more dangerous and hotter than ordinary fires. Again, oil well fires are more dangerous and hotter than ordinary fires. So, where do the fires happen? Where do they take place? Of course, in oil wells. So the target word is oil well. Look here, this is an oil well. Oil well. Dear students, is it safe for firefighters to put out fires in oil wells? Let's figure it out in the next slide. Here, oil well firefighting is a very dangerous work to do. So, is it safe? Let's read again. Oil well firefighting is a very dangerous work to do. So, the target word is dangerous. Dangerous. Look at the photo here. Look at this firefighter. He's in a very dangerous situation. So, since firefighting is dangerous, firefighters need to protect themselves. Let's look here. Firefighters wear special protective clothes to protect themselves. Again, firefighters wear special protective clothes to protect themselves. Look at these firefighters. They wear special protective clothes to protect themselves. So our target word is the word protect. Protect. So they wear special clothes to protect themselves. Why do they protect themselves? Let's figure it out in the next slide. By wearing the special clothes of firefighting, firefighters become safe and away from dangers. They become safe and away from dangers. So the target word is the word safe. So dear students, firefighters wear special protective clothes to be safe and to protect themselves. Look at this photo. By wearing such clothes, the firefighter protects himself and becomes safe. Now, dear students, after we have handled these words individually, let's look at them as one group. The first word we had is firefighter, firefighter. Oil well, oil well. Dangerous, safe. Put out and protect. Now, dear students, after we have handled these words, let's have this exercise to use them. Fill in the spaces with words from the list. Fill in the spaces with words from the list. Let's look at the words in the list. We have the word safe, firefighters, protect, dangerous, oil well, and finally put out. Again, safe, firefighters, protect, dangerous, oil well, and put out. Let's read the first sentence. It is more to work as a firefighter than to work as a builder. Again, it is more to work as a firefighter than to work as a builder. It is more what? Is it more safe? Is it safer to work as a builder than to work as a firefighter? Is it more firefighters, more protect, more dangerous, more oil well, or more put out? Thank you very much, marvelous students. Here, it is more dangerous to work as a firefighter than to work as a builder. Let's go ahead. The second sentence, oil companies follow many measures to make their workers, again, oil companies follow many measures to make their workers, is it to make their workers safe, firefighters, protect, oil well, or put out? Thank you very much. To make their workers safe. So again, oil companies follow many measures to make their workers safe. Let's go to the third sentence. Let's look here. We're called to deal with the fire in the city center. Again, we're called to deal with the fire in the city center. So, who do we call when we have fires? Thank you very much. Of course, we call the firefighters. So, firefighters were called to deal with the fire in the city center. We call firefighters in case we have fires. Now, let's look at the next sentence. Firefighters use water and other special materials to fires. Again, firefighters use water and other special materials to fires. To what? Why do we call firefighters? Of course, to put out fires. So here, firefighters use water and other special materials to put out fires. To put out fires. And of course, dear students, we use water and other materials to put out fires. Let's have the next sentence. A hole made in the ground to pump up oil is called, again, a hole made in the ground to pump up oil is called, marvelous, thank you very much. We call it oil well. So, a hole made in the ground to pump up oil is called oil well. Now, dear all, let's have the last sentence. Firefighters should wear special clothes to themselves from fire. To what? Why do firefighters wear special clothes? Of course, to protect themselves. So here, firefighters should wear special clothes to protect themselves from fire. Now, dear students, after we have handled these words and after we have done this exercise, let's have the short break, then we continue our lesson after it. Be with us. Welcome back. Now, dear students, it's time to handle the dangerous job of today, which is oil well firefighter. Look again at these two photos. Here we have the firefighters dealing with the fires. Now, let's read about them. But before we read, we have a question to answer. Read and answer. Is it easy and safe to work as a firefighter? Try to answer this question. Imagine yourself as a firefighter. Is it safe and easy for you to fight fires? Now, dear students, let's read about firefighters in order to answer this question and other questions after we read. Let's read together. My job is very dangerous. I put out fires that happen at oil wells. Oil well fires get extremely hot, and we wear special protective clothing and a steel hat. We have to try and put a cap over the well. It's hard, dirty work, and we have to be quick and safe. I work on about 80 wells in a year. It's satisfying arriving to deal with a huge fire and being able to put it out. I never know where I'm going next. I have to be ready to go anywhere in the world. Now, dear students, let's read this paragraph again to answer some questions. My job is very dangerous. I put out fires that happen at oil wells. Oil well fires get extremely hot, and we wear special protective clothing and a steel hat. We have to try and put a cap over the well. It's hard, dirty work, and we have to be quick and safe. I work on about 80 wells in a year. It's satisfying arriving to deal with a huge fire and being able to put it out. I never know where I'm going next. I have to be ready to go anywhere in the world. Okay, after we have read the paragraph for 2 times, let's answer some questions. The first question we have here is, what does a firefighter do? What does a firefighter do? Now, to answer this question, let's look at a piece of the paragraph. Here, a firefighter says, my job is very dangerous. I put out fires that happen at oil wells. Again, my job is very dangerous. I put out fires that happen at oil wells. So let's get back to our question. What does a firefighter do? The answer is, he puts out fires that happen at oil wells. He puts out fires that happen at oil wells. Let's have a question number 2. What protective measures do firefighters take? In other words, what do firefighters do to protect themselves? Now, dear student, imagine yourself as a firefighter. What would you do to protect yourself from fires? Let's look at a piece of the paragraph to answer this question. We wear special protective clothing and a steel hat. Again, firefighters say, we wear special protective clothing and a steel hat. These are some of the protective measures they follow to protect themselves. So here, the question again, what protective measures do firefighters take? The answer is, they wear special protective clothing and a steel hat. Let's move to the third question. Does a firefighter know about his next work destination? Again, does a firefighter know about his next work destination? Let's look at the paragraph to answer this question. A firefighter says, I never know where I am going next. I have to be ready to go anywhere in the world. Again, I never know where I'm going next. I have to be ready to go anywhere in the world. So, dear students, let's get back to the question. Does a firefighter know about his next work destination? What do you think? Wonderful. Let's look at the answer. No, he doesn't. He has to be ready to go anywhere in the world. He has to be ready to go anywhere in the world. From this answer, dear students, does a firefighter work in one place only, or he works worldwide? Of course, he works around the world. Now, dear students, let's have another activity, which is take true or false. Take true or false. Sentence number 1. The job of an oil well firefighter is not that dangerous. Again, the job of an oil well firefighter is not that dangerous. What do you think? the job of firefighting is not dangerous. Let's get back to the paragraph. In the paragraph we have, the firefighter says, my job is very dangerous. I put out fires that happen at oil wells. So, is it dangerous or safe to work as a firefighter? Of course, it is dangerous. So, the sentence, the job of an oil well firefighter is not that dangerous, is of course incorrect because it is extremely dangerous. Sentence number 2, firefighters wear special protective clothing and a steel hat. Again, firefighters wear special protective clothing and a steel hat. What do you think? Let's look at the paragraph. Firefighters say, we wear special protective clothing and a steel hat. So, they wear special protective clothing and a steel hat to protect themselves. So this sentence, firefighters wear special protective clothing and a steel hat, is 100% correct. Let's move to the next slide. Sentence 3. Firefighters try to put a steel hat over the well. Again. Firefighters try to put a steel hat over the well. What do you think? Do they put hats over wells? Let's look here. They say, we have to try and put a cab over the well. So, they put cabs. They don't put hats over the well. So again, the sentence, firefighters try to put a steel hat over the well is incorrect. What do they put? Of course, they put steel cabs, not steel hats. Now, dear students, let's look at sentence 4. Firefighters should be quick and safe in their work. Again, firefighters should be quick and safe in their work. What do you think? Should be quick and safe or should be slow and in danger? Let's look here. It is hard, dirty work, and we have to be quick and safe. We have to be quick and safe. Otherwise, they will die. So again, in this sentence, firefighters should be quick and safe in their work, and the sentence is 100% correct. Now, dear students, after we have done this exercise, let's have a short break, then we continue our lesson after it. Be with us. Welcome back. Now, dear students, let's have another exercise. The exercise we have now is complete. Let's complete this sentence. My job is not, it exposes me to many dangers. Again, my job is not, it exposes me to many dangers. A job that exposes you to many dangers is a safe or a dangerous job? What do you think? Then, let's look here. My job is very dangerous. My job is very dangerous. So, my job is not safe. Now, dear students, very dangerous means not safe. So here, my job is not safe. It exposes me to many dangers. Let's go to sentence number 2. The job of firemen is to fires. The job of firemen is to fires. What is the work of firemen? What do they do? Let's look here. A fireman says, my job is very dangerous. I put out fires that happen at oil wells. I put out fires. So here, dear students, the job of firemen is to put out fires. Is to put out fires. Let's move to sentence 3. Oil well firefighters usually don't deal with fires that break out in homes or shops. They deal with fires. Again, oil well firefighters usually don't deal with fires that break out in homes or shops. They deal with fires. What do oil well firefighters deal with? Do they deal with fires at homes or shops? Of course not. Let's look here. A firefighter says, my job is very dangerous. I put out fires that happen at oil wells. Fires that happen at oil wells. So here, oil well firefighters usually don't deal with fires that break out in homes or shops. They deal with oil well fires. They deal with oil well fires. Let's move to the next sentence. Unless firefighters wear the special, they will expose their lives to death. What should firefighters wear? Of course, they wear special clothing. Let's look here to complete the sentence. Oil well fires get extremely hot, and we wear special protective clothing and a steel hat. Special protective clothing and a steel hat. So, unless firefighters wear the special protective clothes, they will be exposed to death. Again, unless firefighters wear the special protective clothes, they will be exposed to death. Now, let's have the last sentence to complete. As a kind of head protection, firefighters wear a hat made of, again, as a kind of head protection, firefighters wear a hat made of, what is the hat firefighters wear made of? What is it made of? Is it made of a plastic or leather? Let's figure it out here. Oil well fires get extremely hot, and we wear special protective clothing and a steel hat. A steel hat. So, dear students, as a kind of head protection, firefighters wear a hat made of steel. A hat made of steel. Now, dear students, let's have the last activity for this lesson. The activity is get it from the text. The first thing we need to get it from the text is the meaning of very, 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 very. We said in the passage that the fire of an oil well becomes extremely hot. Extremely hot. So the word very, very means extremely. Very, very means extremely. Let's look here. The word difficult. The word difficult means what? Let's look here. Difficult means hard. The job of firefighting is hard. Look here. Very big. Very big. We said that the fires that take place in oil wells is very huge. So, very big means huge. Very big means huge. Let's look here. Safe is the opposite of dangerous. Safe is the opposite of dangerous. So, we can say when firefighters wear the special protective clothes, they become safe. Otherwise, the job will be dangerous. Look here, we have cold. Cold. We say the fires of oil wells become very hot. Cold is the opposite of hot. Cold is the opposite of hot. Finally, we have slow. Firefighters need to be quick and safe. Quick and safe. So the word slow is the opposite of the word quick. Again, dear students, safe is the opposite of dangerous. Cold is the opposite of hot. Slow is the opposite of quick. Now, dear students, before we close up our lesson, let's have your part, which is the homework. So, this part is mainly for you to do at home. Let's look here. Name a dangerous job in your country. Name a dangerous job in your country. Why is it dangerous? What protective measures do you suggest? Again, name a dangerous job in your country. Why is it dangerous? What protective measures do you suggest? Now, dear students, by the end of this slide, we have come to the end of our lesson. I hope the lesson was interesting and beneficial at the same time. Until I see you next time, have a good day and goodbye.